Rabbi Eliezer Silver tells the story of the Volozhna Yeshiva putting on a Purim spiel, a Purim play. It's a tradition in yeshivas for the boys in the yeshiva to put on a play to entertain the other students, the administration, the people who live in the neighborhood. And the Volozhna Yeshiva, this is a yeshiva that closed its doors now more than 100 years ago, they put on a Purim spiel one year that is based on this week's Parsha. You see, in this week's Parsha, the officer of a Jewish army tells the Jewish soldiers that if there's any reason for them to leave and not fight in the war, they should leave and they should not fight. One of the reasons is, for example, if they built a house and not lived in it yet, they're not supposed to fight. In this play, the person playing the officer said, if anybody built a house and hasn't lived in it yet, get up and leave. So a group of the Bachurim, the students dressed up as soldiers, they got up and left off the stage. And he said, if anybody planted a vineyard and hadn't eaten the fruit yet, you can get up and leave. And that's what they did. He said, if anybody's betrothed a woman and hasn't married her yet, you can get up and leave. That left almost all of the soldiers were almost gone. There were a few more left. And then the officer said, if anybody's afraid, you can get up and leave. And that phrase, if anybody's afraid, what are they afraid of? The Gemara in Sota tells us they're afraid that they had sinned. They were afraid that they didn't have the merits to survive the war. And all of the other things that were given were really just excuses for other people to not be embarrassed when they left if they didn't think they were perfect. So, to make a long story short, all of the other soldiers left, leaving only 4 soldiers on the field. And those 4 soldiers represented rabbis who lived in that time and a little bit before that, the Shagat Aryeh, the Noda Yehuda, the Pnei Yehoshua, the Vilna Gaon. And that's all the people that were left because they were sinless. That's an amazing concept that we have people who are so great, they have nothing to be afraid of. But when Reb Chaim Soloveitchik, the Rosh Yeshiva of Volozhin, heard that story, when he saw this play, you know what he said? He said they missed one very important part in the retelling of the story. Besides the fact that those are the only 4 rabbis who were in the field, those 4 rabbis were the only soldiers left. They missed the main point. The main point is they still would have won the war. Hashem protects us. Hashem protects the entire Jewish people in the merit of some of the great people that we have. And thank God we always have great people. One of the things that I love about Judaism, and I think you should too, is that we don't really have a hierarchy. I mean, we do. We have the Talmidei Chachamim who are on top. But anybody can be there. Anybody can be that Talmid Chacham. Anybody can be that righteous, great person who saves the entire Jewish people. It could be the Vilna Gaon, could be Shagat Aryeh, it could also be you or me. Have a Shabbat Shalom.